Happy New Year, everyone. And
Happy New Year.
again, and welcome to Wexford County. We're excited to work together. Each month we take efforts to ensure that excellent hard work, dedication, and our community are recognized so that we may express needs. Join Justin Gilson as one 14-year having been subsequently told all New York State alongside Patrick Nelson. Please join me. So why don't we stand in front and get a photo? I don't know, would someone come assist here?
What would you do?
Oh, thank you, Gary. Good seeing you. Everybody stay warm. This month, we commemorate the birthday of Dr. King, the only federal holiday designated as a National Day of Service, encouraging all Americans to volunteer and join in the efforts to improve their communities in whatever small way they can, with a call to action for each of us to seek ways to engage and give back to the communities we love. Let us all hopefully carry that spirit, that call to act with us each and every day throughout the year. This January also wasted no time reminding us that the winter weather is truly upon us. And I'd like to take this opportunity to thank our Department of Public Works and Parks and DEC and dispatchers and public safety and everyone. It was all hands on deck. The snowplow operators, the dispatchers, as I said, and all of the commissioners for those departments, Tom Owens, Marty Ballou, Tony Prudenti, and who am I missing? That's it. It really was a Herculean effort, and it did not go unnoticed. And I will say we got a lot of outreach, a lot of calls. many complimentary, many complaining. And I would just remind everybody to kind of be patient. We do have 1,300 miles of road that we're responsible for, whether it's paving it or plowing it or whatever the need that arises. So, and with about 300 pieces of equipment out there, you get to certain areas first, the main thoroughfares, obviously. You go down the middle and then you go back, and it takes time. So we just ask everyone to be patient. And I want to thank those residents that heeded the pleas to take their cars off the roads, to get basketball hoops and anything else that they had in the road out of the way. It makes it so much less dangerous for the plow operators. And if anyone's been in that vehicle, it's not easy. It's a big, heavy piece of machinery that someone is driving, right? And in addition to that, they're navigating a plow and they're being careful of not hitting mailboxes or curbs or anything. So whatever we can do to make it a little less dangerous is certainly much appreciated. Their long hours and dedication played a critical role in clearing the snow and ensuring residents and emergency responders that they could travel safely. And again, we're very grateful to the continuing commitment of the community. Grateful that the storm came on Sunday. Grateful that the schools were closed yesterday. It made it easier. We suspended garbage pickup on Monday, and Marty, thank you for that decision, because people were not worried about dragging their pails out in the snow. And also, it took that many more vehicles off the road so that we can continue the plowing operations. Be it snow, ice, or freezing temperatures, and many hazards residents should be prepared for. And of course, you know, wearing layers and so forth. And it seems that this cold weather is going to be with us for at least the rest of the week. Our Youth Bureau has collected coats through their annual coat drive this year, and we're asking residents, if they do need coats, to please call the office at 224-5320 or visit them at 401 Main Street in room 312. Also, we urge everyone to exercise extreme caution on the roadways and be mindful of the potential for black ice. And I think tonight we're going to be seeing a little bit more of that again. Keep extra distance between yourself and allow yourself, if you have to be somewhere, give yourself extra time so that you're not pressured to get there on time. A reminder that the town is looking to hire snow plowers to assist with the cleanup during following heavy accumulations of snow. And those interested must have their own truck and plow. Rates are competitive, so we ask that you visit our website at islipny.gov or call 631-595-3500 for more information. And remember, please, again, during snow emergencies, residents are able to park on their lawns in order to keep their vehicles off the main road. Vehicles that are on the road during a snow emergency will be ticketed, have been ticketed, and we will continue to do that. And quite frankly, a large volume of calls that we got was from residents complaining of neighbors having their cars on the road and why didn't they have a ticket. So, you know, it really isn't fair to those that are following the rules. So we will be issuing tickets going forward. And I would just urge everyone to go to our website, sign up for e-alerts. It's the fastest way to get any information that's out there regarding town news, as well as up-to-the-date weather information. Shifting gears, as hard as it might be to imagine, warmer weather will be here before you know it. And our boater safety course has announced dates beginning in February 7th through June 13th. And go to the website for details, because according to state law, all watercraft operators must have obtained a safety boater certification before January 1st of 2025. That law was passed last year. So don't wait, sign up today, get your certification so that we'll see you out on the water safely. Thank you. Okay. We will go to the public portion. We don't, do we have any public hearings? We do, okay. The script. Okay, we have 6 scheduled public hearings for the board's consideration. I'd ask the town clerk to please read the first hearing notice.
Thank you, Madam Supervisor. Item number 1, to consider amending the Islip Uniform Traffic Code.
Are there any questions or comments? We have no cards on this. Motion?
Make a motion to close the public hearing and adopt the resolution.
We have a motion and a second by
Second.
Dawn Marie, and all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
It is approved. Hearing notice number 2, please, Madam Clerk.
Item number 2, to consider a 1-year contract with Community Ambulance Company Incorporated for providing emergency ambulance services.
Again, no one has signed up to speak on this hearing. I'll make a motion.
Second.
Second by Councilwoman Kuhn. All those in favor? Opposed? Approved. Hearing
Item
notice
number 3, to consider a 1-year contract with Central Islip Hauppauge Volunteer Ambulance Incorporated for providing emergency ambulance services.
Again, no one signed up to speak. I'll make that motion with a second
Second.
by Councilwoman Kuhn. All those in favor? Opposed? Approved.
Item number 4, to consider a 1-year contract with Brentwood Legion Ambulance Company Incorporated for providing emergency ambulance services.
Again, I have no cards. Take the motion from Councilman Guadrone, second by Councilman McElway. All those in favor? Opposed? Approved.
Item number 5, to consider a 1-year contract with Bayshore Brightwaters Rescue Ambulance Company Incorporated for providing emergency ambulance services.
We have no cards. Motion by Councilman McElway. I'll second that motion. All those in favor? Opposed? Approved.
Item number 6, to consider a 1-year contract with Exchange Ambulance Corporation of the Islips for providing emergency ambulance services.
Again, we have no speakers. I'll entertain a motion. Motion by Councilman McElway, second by Councilman Guadrone. All those in favor? Opposed? Approved. And that concludes the public hearings. Okay, we will now go to the public portion. I would just like to remind everyone that it is 3 minutes that you have to speak. It's not a question and answer. If you do have specific concerns, the commissioners are here and will meet you out in the hall to discuss your individual problem, but we're here to listen. So I only have one card, although it says speaker 2, so I don't know if there's another card floating out there, but William Marquardt. Good afternoon.
William Marquardt, M-A-R,
If you could speak into the microphone, please, sir.
M-A-R-Q-U-A-R-D-T. Good afternoon. My name is William Marquardt. I come before you for the 3rd time asking that you cancel Isliptown's contract enabling ICE agents to conduct firearm trainings at our taxpayer-funded Isliptown rifle range. Since Councilman Guadrone first proposed a resolution to terminate this contract, up until this moment, I'm sure we are all aware of how ICE agents have been conducting themselves on the streets of America. Their actions have spun dangerously out of control, resulting in a number of tragedies, including loss of life. A notice on Isliptown's website on July 7, 2025, titled "Islip Officials Counter Misinformation About ICE Training at Town Range," stated the town's justification for continuance of this contract was to provide a facility to serve a vital role in the training of individuals from law enforcement agencies. The notice lists Nassau County Police, Fire Island National Seashore, Suffolk Courts, Farmingdale Police, New York State Park Police, and others. It concludes with the sentence, "The safety and protection of all of our residents, despite race, religion, or country of origin, remains our utmost concern." None of these respected police agencies listed are sending masked men dressed in military garb using tear gas, non-lethal projectiles, lethal projectiles, pepper balls, rubber bullets, and more onto our American streets. They terrorize, kidnap, assault, and kill both immigrants and U.S. citizens. ICE agents are empowered and encouraged to detain, assault, arrest, and transport to federal concentration camps and deport all immigrants and their children, regardless of the status of their immigration proceedings and lack of criminal charges or convictions. To equate the need to provide a training facility for the police agencies you list with the training of paramilitary ICE troops is slanderous to these valued officers. ICE is not providing safety and protection to ICE's residents as stated in the town's notice. ICE's budget is now approximately $85 billion, making it the highest funded U.S. law enforcement agency. There is no need for the taxpayers of Islip to be forced to contribute to this un-American rogue police force terrorizing our communities. Perhaps the action of one township canceling a contract with ICE appears to be a minor issue in the overall scheme of things, but it is one way for the Islip community to stand up against this growing injustice in our nation and to have our voices heard. You may think me an alarmist, but I will not be silent concerning this gradual creep towards an authoritarian state and later regret that I had not spoken out. This is not the America I know and love, and I, for one, cannot sit idly by and accept this assault on our democracy and its values. Please vote to cancel this contract.
Thank you, Mr. Marquardt. There are no other speakers. Excuse me? A motion to close the public portion.
Motion.
A motion by Councilman McElway, second by Councilman Guardone. All those in favor, opposed, the public portion is closed, and we will move to the agenda. The first item being the Town of Islip Industrial Development Agency. A motion to convene, second by Councilman McElway. All those in favor, opposed, we are convened. A quorum is present. Mr. Wilson.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and members of the agency board. John Walzer, Executive Director, 40 Nassau Avenue, Islip, New York. I have a number of items for your consideration today. The first would be to approve the minutes from last month's agency board meeting on December 16th.
Are there any questions on the minutes? Hearing none. Motion by Councilman Guardone, second
Second.
by Councilman McElway. All those in favor, opposed, approved.
Thank you. The next item for your consideration is to approve the 2026 meeting schedule for the agency.
No questions. Motion? Motion by
Second.
Councilman Guardone,
Second.
second by Councilman Kuhn. All those in favor, opposed, approved.
Next item for your consideration is a resolution appointing officers to the agency.
Again, any questions? Hearing none. Motion?
Motion.
Motion by Councilman McElway, second by Councilman Guardone. All those in favor, opposed, approved.
Next item for your consideration is to adopt various committees, the Audit Committee, Finance Committee, and Governance Committee for the agency.
Again, questions? Hearing none. Motion?
Motion.
Motion by Councilman Guardone. I'll second that motion. All those in favor,
Aye.
opposed, approved.
Thank you. The next item for your consideration is to adopt various policies of the agency.
Again, on any questions?
Motion.
Motion by Councilman McElway, second by Councilman Guardone. All those in favor, opposed, approved.
Thank you. The next item for your consideration is authorization for the agency to enter into a contract for computer programming services.
Are there any questions? Hearing none. Motion?
Motion.
A motion by Councilman Guardone, second by Councilman McElway. All those in favor?
Aye.
I'm going to
Opposed?
abstain from this.
We have 3 in favor, 1 abstention. Motion passes.
Thank you. And the next item for your consideration is authorization for the agency to enter into a marketing agreement with JVC Broadcasting.
Any questions? I'll make that motion.
Second.
Second by Councilman Kuhn. All those in favor? Opposed? Approved.
And that's all the business I have for the agency today.
Motion to adjourn?
Motion by Councilman McElway to adjourn. Second by Councilman Guardone. All those in favor? Opposed? We stand adjourned. Thank you. Next, I'll make a motion to convene the Town of Islip Economic Development Corporation. Second by Councilman
Second.
McElway. All those in favor? Opposed? We stand in session.
Thank you, Madam Chair and members of the Corporation
A
Board.
quorum being present.
I'm sorry?
I said, and a quorum is present.
Thank you. I have a number of items for your consideration today, similar to the agency agenda, basically my organizational meeting for the year. First item would be to approve the minutes from December 16th.
Any question on the minutes?
Motion.
Motion by Councilman McElway, second by Councilman Guadron. All those in favor? Opposed? Approved.
Next item would be to approve the meeting schedule for the year.
Any questions? Motion by Councilman Guadron,
Second.
second by Councilman McCune. All those in favor? Opposed? Approved.
Thank you. The next item would be to appoint officers to the corporation.
Motion
Motion.
by Councilman McElway, second. Second. By Councilman Guadron. All those in favor? Opposed?
And a motion, resolution to appoint various committees of the corporation.
We have a motion
Motion.
by Councilman McElway, second. Councilman Guadron. All those in favor? Opposed? Approved.
And the last item would be to adopt the various policies of the corporation.
Any questions? Hearing none. Motion by Councilman Guadron, second.
Second.
By Councilman McCune. All those in favor? Opposed? It is approved, and the Economic Development Corporation stands adjourned.
Okay, you can vote on that or just?
Yeah, don't we have to?
Motion.
Yeah.
Motion.
Motion to close.
Second.
Motion to close, and it's adjourned. And
Thank you.
a motion and a second. All those in favor? We stand adjourned. Thank you. We will now move to the Board Up and Cleanups. Jeff?
Good afternoon, Madam Supervisor, members of the Town Board and the Town Clerk. Jeffrey Panache, Assistant Town Attorney, 655 Main Street in Islip. I do have 5 properties on for your consideration here today. Number 1, to board up and clean up the premises located at 46 Farrington Avenue in Bayshore. On this vacant and unsecured property, there now exists a detached garage structure with a missing side door, which is currently covered with a piece of freestanding stockade fencing, allowing access to its interior, as well as overgrown vegetation and various items of litter and debris, including a black-colored unregistered trailer that is parked on the side yard of the property, which constitutes a nuisance and presents a fire safety and health hazard. Notice of this hearing was provided to all known persons with a property interest in this premises.
Thank you, Jeff. Are there any questions? Motion by Councilman Guadron.
Second.
Second by Councilman McElway. All those in favor? Opposed? Approved.
Number 2, to board up and clean up the premises located at 761 Spur Drive North in Bayshore. On this vacant and unsecured property, there now exists an opening in the east side wall of the accessory structure, allowing access to the interior of the accessory structure, as well as overgrown vegetation and litter and debris, including discarded vehicle parts, tires, and other items of rubbish located throughout the property, which constitute a nuisance, and present a fire safety and health hazard. Notice of this hearing was provided to all known persons with a property interest in this premises.
Any questions?
Motion.
Motion by Councilman Guadron, second by Councilman McElway. All those in favor? Opposed? Approved.
Number 3, to board up and clean up the premises located at 994 Comac Road in Brentwood. On this vacant and unsecured property, there now exists an open window on the front of the dwelling, allowing access to its interior, as well as a metal shed in the rear yard that has its doors completely open. Additionally, there exists overgrown vegetation and litter and debris, including discarded electronic items, tires, black-colored plastic bags, plastic containers, a white cooler, a window air conditioner, a mattress, and propane tanks, which constitute a nuisance and present a fire safety and health hazard. Notice of this hearing was provided to all known persons with a property interest in this premises.
Any questions? Motion by Councilman Guadron, second
Second.
by Councilman McElway. All those in favor? Opposed? Approved.
Number 4, to board up and clean up the premises located at 1222 Town Line Road in Hauppauge. On this vacant and unsecured property, there previously existed an open window on the west side of the dwelling that allowed access to the interior of the dwelling, as well as an accessory structure with an open door. Those conditions may very well currently still exist at the property, but our code enforcement investigator was unable to verify their existence this morning due to the recent snowfall limiting access to the property. However, there still currently exists visible overgrown vegetation and litter and debris at the property, including piles of decaying vegetation, which constitute a nuisance and present a fire safety and health hazard. Notice of this hearing was provided to all known persons with a property interest in this premises.
Any questions? Motion?
Motion.
Motion by Councilman Kuhn, second by Councilman Guarjone. All those in favor? Opposed? Approved.
Number 5, to board up and clean up the premises located at 1795 Lincoln Avenue in Holbrook. On this vacant and unsecured property, there now exists an opening in the wall of the makeshift breezeway that is attached to the dwelling, allowing access to the interior of the dwelling, as well as an opening in the wall of the accessory structure located on the property. Additionally, there exists overgrown vegetation and litter and debris, including discarded storm doors, fencing, vehicle parts, and decaying vegetation, which constitute a nuisance and present a fire, safety, and health hazard. Notice of this hearing was also provided to all known persons with a property interest in this premises.
Questions? Motion?
Motion.
Motion by Councilman Kuhn, second by Councilman McElway. All those in favor? Opposed? Approved.
That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jeff. We will move next to the appropriation transfers. I know you've all had a chance to review. Any questions? Hearing none. Motion?
Motion.
Motion by Councilman McElway, second by Councilman Guarjone. All those in favor? Opposed? Approved. Item 5, authorization of town clerk to advertise for public hearing to consider a contract with the Bay Shore Fire Protection District for the year 2026 to provide protection for the Bay Shore Fire Protection District. Any questions? Hearing none. Motion by Councilman McElway, second by Councilman Guarjone. All those in favor? Opposed? Approved. Authorization for the town controller to make any and all budget adjustments and journal entries in order to properly reflect the 2025 operations for the town of Islip. Any questions? I'll make that motion. Second
Second.
by Councilman Kuhn. All those in favor? Opposed? Approved. Item 7, authorization of supervisor to enter into a contract with PKF O'Connor for auditing and accounting services. Any questions? Hearing none. Motion?
Motion.
Motion by Councilman McElway, second
Second.
by Councilwoman Kuhn. All those in favor? Opposed? Approved. Item 7, authorization of supervisor to enter into a contract with PKF O'Connor. Sorry. That one we just did. 8, town board approval to symbolically rename Broadway Avenue and Newman Street in Brentwood to Chief Chris J. Allen Way. Any questions? Motion by Councilman Guarjone. I will second that. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Approved. Item 9, authorization of town clerk to advertise for public hearing to consider amending the town of Islip Uniform Traffic Code. Any questions? Hearing none. Motion
Motion.
by Councilman McElway, second
Second.
by Councilwoman Kuhn. All those in favor? Opposed? Approved. Item 10, authorization with the supervisor to enter into several agreements for programs or events to be held throughout the town of Islip. Despite the cold weather, they go on. Any questions? Motion?
Motion.
Motion by Councilman McElway, second by Councilman Guarjone. All those in favor? Opposed? Approved. Item 11, authorization with the supervisor to apply for and accept funding from the Suffolk County Office of the Aging to provide funding for a shopping assistance program to assist senior citizen residents of the town of Islip. Any questions?
Motion.
Motion by Councilman Guarjone,
Second.
second by Councilman Kuhn. All those in favor? Opposed? Approved. We will move to item 12, authorization for supervisor to apply for and accept funding from the Suffolk County Office for the Aging or an essential transportation program. Any questions?
Motion.
Motion by Councilman McElway, second
Second.
by Councilman Kuhn. All those in favor? Opposed? Approved. And I noticed in the audience today, we have a member of the Suffolk County Legislature, Legislator Piccirillo, who's there making sure that all of these grant applications coming to the town of Islip come fast and furious. So thank you. Item 13, authorization supervisor to apply for and accept funding. Did I just do that?
No, we're on 13.
No. Okay, we're on 13. From the Suffolk County Office for the Aging for a home maintenance repair program to assist senior citizen residents of the town of Islip. Any questions?
Motion.
Motion by Councilman Guarjone,
Second.
second by Councilman Kuhn. All those in favor? Opposed? Approved. We will move to item 14, meeting of the Foreign Trade Zone Authority Board. We have a light agenda. The director is not able to be with us today. I think the flu has visited upon him. So I will go right to the agenda. We will call the meeting to order.
Motion.
Motion by Councilman Guardron, second by Councilman McElway. All those in favor, opposed. The Foreign Trade Zone Board is convened. A quorum is present. And the first item is the approval of the Town of Islip Foreign Trade Zone Board minutes from November 18, 2025. Any questions? Motion?
Motion.
Motion by Councilman McElway, second by Councilman Guardron. All those in favor, opposed, approved. Item 3, Town of Islip Foreign Trade Zone Authority is requesting approval to renew office cleaning and janitorial services for the year 2026 with Clean and Reliable Services, Inc. Any questions? Motion?
Motion.
Motion by Councilman Guardron, second by Councilman McElway. All those in favor, opposed, approved. And item 4, Town of Islip Foreign Trade Zone Authority is requesting authorization to have PK F. O'Connor Davis LLP performing auditing services for the year ending 2025. Any questions? Motion?
Motion.
Motion by Councilman Guardron, second
Second.
by Councilman Kuhn. All those in favor? Opposed? It is approved. Motion to adjourn the Foreign Trade Zone Authority Board by Councilman McElway, second
Second.
by Councilman Guardron. All those in favor? Opposed? We stand adjourned. Thank you. And feel better, Brad. Item 15, authorization of the supervisor to execute an agreement with Intelitech Security Systems for the first one-year renewal. Any questions? Motion?
Motion.
Motion by Councilman McElway, second by Councilman Guardron. All those in favor? Opposed? Approved. 16, Town Board approval of the list of certain employees who are required to file a financial disclosure statement with the Town of Islip Board of Ethics. Motion?
Motion.
Motion by Councilman Guardron, second by Councilman McElway. All those in favor? Opposed? Approved. Item 17, appointing delegate and an alternate delegate to the 2026 Association of Towns Annual Meeting to be held on February 14th through February 17th. I do believe that's the 15th through the 18th, but we'll check on that. Any questions? Motion?
Motion.
Motion by Councilman McElway, second by Councilman Guardron. All those in favor? Opposed? Approved. 18 are the bid awards. I know we've reviewed them. Any questions? Motion?
Motion.
Motion by Councilman McElway. I'll second that. All those in favor? Opposed? Approved. 19 are the option year resolutions. Again, I know they've been reviewed. Any questions? Motion?
Motion.
Motion by Councilman McElway. I'll second that motion. All those in favor? Opposed? Approved. Item 20, authorization supervisor to accept funds from Suffolk County for the Youth Development Delinquency Prevention and Runaway Homeless Programs in the Town of Islip. Any questions?
Motion.
Motion by Councilman Guardron, second.
Second.
Second by Councilman Kuhn. All those in favor? Opposed? Approved. Item 21, authorization of supervisor to execute an amended license agreement renewal with Long Island Blue Point Oysters LLC for one parcel of the town's Bay Bottom land for the purpose of shellfish cultivation in the Great South Bay. Any questions? Motion?
Motion.
Motion by Councilwoman Kuhn, second by Councilman McElway. All those in favor? Opposed? Approved. Item 22, authorization with supervisor to enter into an intermunicipal agreement with Suffolk County for streetscape improvements in connection with the Central Islip Downtown Revitalization Initiative. I think this is like the first major step with the success we were able to have in securing a $10 million grant from New York State Regional Economic Development. The governor came down to announce that grant, and that took a little bump in the road with COVID, but we're finally moving along with that. So do I have a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Councilman Guardron, second by Councilman Kuhn. All those in favor? Opposed? Approved. Item 23, special events. Any questions? Motion?
Motion.
Motion by Councilman McElway, second by Councilman Guardron. All those in favor? Opposed? Approved. Item 24, authorization for supervisor to execute payment for work product agreements in connection with the Islip Airport Terminal and Railroad Integration RFQ. Any questions? Motion?
Motion.
Motion by Councilman Guardron, second by Councilman McElway. All those in favor?
I'm going to
Opposed?
abstain on
Approved.
this.
Excuse me?
I'm going to abstain on this.
Okay, we have 3 in favor, 1 abstention. Item 25, authorization for supervisor to execute the First Amendment to the on-airport rental car concession agreement with Avis Rent-A-Car and Budget Rent-A-Car for car rental services located at Long Island MacArthur Airport. Any questions? Motion?
Motion.
Motion by Councilman Kuhn, second by Councilman Guardone. All those in favor? Opposed? Approved. Item 26, authorization for the supervisor to execute the First Amendment to the use and occupancy agreement with Avis Rent-A-Car and Budget Rent-A-Car. Any questions? Motion?
Motion.
Motion by Councilman Guardone, second by Councilman McElway. All those in favor? Opposed? Approved. Item 27, authorization for supervisor to execute the Second Amendment to the on-airport rental car concession agreement with Enterprise Rent-A-Car Rental for car rental services located at Long Island MacArthur Airport. Any questions? Motion?
Motion.
Motion by Councilman Guardone, second. Second by Councilman Kuhn. All those in favor? Opposed? Approved. Item 28, authorization for supervisor to execute the First Amendment to the use and occupancy agreement with Enterprise Rent-A-Car for car rental services located at Long Island MacArthur Airport. Any questions?
Motion.
Motion by Councilman McElway, second by Councilman Guardone. All those in favor? Opposed? Approved. Item 29, authorization for supervisor to execute the second option year with Vector Airport Systems LLC for the automated aircraft tracking and full-service landing fee management program at Long Island MacArthur Airport. Any questions? Motion by Councilman Guardone, second.
Second.
Second by Councilman McElway. All those in favor? Opposed? Approved. Item 30, authorization for supervisor to execute an agreement with Best Climate Control for contract DAT 2025-006 HVAC preventative maintenance and repair contract at Long Island MacArthur Airport. Are there any questions? Hearing none. Motion?
Motion.
Motion by Councilman Kuhn, second. By Councilman Guardone. All those in favor? Opposed? Approved. Item 31, authorization for supervisor to extend the expired license agreement with AMDJ Fine Foods, Inc. until December 31, 2027. Any questions?
Motion.
Motion by Councilman McElway, second by Councilman Guardone. All those in favor? Opposed? Approved. Item 32, authorization supervisor to execute a professional services agreement with Stripe Inc. for payment processing services in connection with OpenGov's licensing and permitting software. Are there any questions?
Motion.
Motion by Councilman McElway, second by Councilman Guardone. All those in favor? Opposed? I will abstain. It passes with 3. Item 33, authorization for supervisor to appoint Stephen A. Ruland to the Director of Administrative Adjudications for a term of 5 years. I will make that motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Kuhn.
Can I speak on the motion?
We really don't necessarily do so.
Okay. I just wanted to congratulate Mr. Ruland. I think he's a fine man for the job, and I'm really excited that we're moving forward with this.
Yes, as we all are. And the Councilwoman echoes all of our
Long time coming.
congratulations. Thank you, Stephen. We have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries unanimously. And I will make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Second by Councilman McElway. All those in favor? Opposed?
Aye.
Approved. Thank you very much.